Greetings everyone, delighted to have you back on our channel. Today we're going to delve into a topic that's been swirling around the internet like a whirlwind, the constant criticism faced by Meghan Markle. Is it fair or just a reflection of deeper societal issues? We're here to explore these questions and more. Don't forget, if you enjoy our content, do subscribe for more insightful updates, so buckle up as we dive deep into this intriguing topic. Recently, a post by a user named Tina caught our eye. She passionately defended Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's decision to prioritise their love and well-being over societal pressures. Tina wrote, "They hate Meghan Sussex because they think she doesn't deserve to be the wife of a prince, even though both of them chose each other over toxic, racist, evil, bitter trolls." This post swiftly went viral, with many echoing Tina's sentiments, expressing their support for Meghan and Harry's choice. The heart of Tina's message is clear. Love doesn't adhere to societal norms or expectations. Love is a personal journey, a choice made by two people, not dictated by public opinion. Meghan and Harry chose each other, and they chose to step away from a life that was causing them distress. Tina's tweet, in essence, reminds us that love transcends all barriers. Now, it's time to address the various criticisms Meghan has faced. From being labelled as too Hollywood to being called a narcissist and even disrespectful to the Queen, Meghan Markle has been subjected to a barrage of unfounded criticisms. But let's take a closer look at these allegations. First up, too Hollywood. This criticism is quite ironic, considering the royal family themselves are often in the spotlight, their lives playing out like a reality show. Meghan, having been an actress, naturally has a Hollywood background. But why should that diminish her worthiness to be part of the royal family? Isn't adaptability a trait to be admired? Next, the narcissist tag. Now this one's interesting. It seems that any time Meghan stands up for herself or expresses an opinion, she's labelled as a narcissist. Yet, when other members of the royal family behave in ways that could be perceived as self-centred or manipulative, they're given a free pass. Isn't that a glaring double standard? And finally, the claim that Meghan disrespected the Queen. Meghan followed the royal protocol to the letter until she realised that the rules were stacked against her. Choosing to step away from a system that wasn't treating her fairly doesn't mean she disrespected the Queen. It means she respected herself enough to say, enough is enough. The irony and contradictions in these criticisms are hard to ignore. They seem less about Meghan's actual behaviour and more about the critics' discomfort with a woman who refuses to fit into their preconceived notions. A woman who is unapologetically herself, who stands up for what she believes in and who isn't afraid to break the mould. So, when we look at these criticisms, it's clear that they're not really about Meghan. They're about the critics themselves, their biases, their prejudices, and their inability to accept change. In the end, it's not Meghan who needs to change. It's the narrative around her. It seems the criticisms are more about the critics themselves than Meghan. So, what are the real reasons behind these attacks on Meghan? It's time to dig deeper and uncover the roots of this relentless criticism. Meghan Markle, a woman of colour marrying into the British monarchy, was a significant departure from tradition, and some people just couldn't handle that. Let's be clear, racism is a driving force behind much of the vitriol directed at Meghan. It's an ugly truth, but it's a truth we cannot ignore. The racially charged comments, the different treatment compared to other royals, and the constant scrutiny of her every move all point to a deep-seated prejudice. Misogyny, too, plays a significant role in the backlash against Meghan. The Duchess is a self-made woman, an accomplished actress, and a passionate advocate for women's rights. However, instead of being celebrated for her achievements, she's been labelled as too ambitious, manipulative, and controlling. It's a classic case of the age-old double standard applied to men and women when it comes to ambition and drive. Lastly, let's talk about classism. Meghan, unlike many royals, didn't come from an aristocratic background. She's a commoner, a self-made woman who didn't follow the proper path to royalty. This non-traditional trajectory has caused discomfort among some people who believe in the sanctity of the established order. So what we're seeing is a toxic cocktail of racism, misogyny, and classism fueling the criticisms against Meghan. The same people who praised Kate for being elegant called Meghan too ambitious. The double standards are glaring, and they reveal a lot about the societal issues we're grappling with. The real reasons behind the hate shine a light on the societal issues we still need to address. The question we need to ask ourselves is, are we willing to confront these issues, or are we going to continue to let them dictate how we perceive and treat people like Meghan? It's a question that extends far beyond the royal family and speaks to the kind of society we want to be. The British tabloids have played a significant role in this saga. They've not just reported the news, but actively shaped the narrative, creating an industry from the relentless criticism and negativity surrounding Meghan Markle. The tabloids realised early on that controversy sells, and what better controversy than a royal one? It's a tale as old as time. The tabloids have a long history of sensationalising the lives of the royals, from Princess Diana to Prince Charles. Meghan Markle, the new girl on the block, with her Hollywood background and American roots, was a prime target. The tabloids seized upon her differences, turning them into fodder for their front pages. The headlines were relentless, and the language used was often racially charged, stoking the flames of prejudice. Words like exotic and upstart were used to subtly reinforce stereotypes and create division. They painted Meghan as an outsider, a disruptor, a threat to the status quo. And the public bought it. They bought the papers, they clicked on the online articles, and they absorbed the narrative. The tabloids' influence cannot be underestimated. They helped to shape public opinion, fanning the flames of animosity and creating a hostile environment for Meghan. Tina Brown, a royal biographer, has even admitted as much. She acknowledged the unfair treatment Meghan has received, stating that Meghan is constantly criticised, yet somehow people expect her to just shut up and take it. This admission from someone so intimately familiar with the workings of the royal family and the British media speaks volumes about the role the tabloids have played in the vilification of Meghan. The tabloids have not just reported on Meghan's story, they have crafted it, moulded it to fit their narrative and sell their papers. They have turned a woman's life into a spectacle, a commodity, and a source of profit. It's clear that the British tabloids have a lot to answer for in this story. Despite all this, Meghan and Harry have shown remarkable resilience. Rather than being swept up in a storm of negativity, they've chosen to steer their own ship, charting a course towards positivity and purpose. In the face of relentless scrutiny, they've made the decision not just to survive, but to thrive. They've distanced themselves from the toxicity that sought to consume them, and have instead focused on building a positive life together. A life that speaks to their values, their passions, and their commitment to making a difference. Since stepping back from royal duties, they've not been idle, quite the opposite. They've established their own non-profit organisation, Archewell, which aims to uplift and unite communities. They've inked deals with major platforms like Netflix and Spotify, creating a platform for stories that need to be told. And let's not forget their personal achievements. They've welcomed a beautiful baby girl into their family, released impactful books, and continue to advocate for issues that they hold dear. They've proven time and again that they're not just celebrities but change makers, using their influence to make a positive impact in the world. Despite the criticism, despite the hate, they continue to rise. They continue to show that love, not hate, has the final say. And in doing so, they're not just surviving the storm, but showing us all how to navigate through it. Meghan and Harry's actions speak louder than any criticism. So, where does this leave us? We've dissected a viral post, scrutinised the unfounded criticisms against Meghan Markle, and highlighted the real reasons behind the animosity: racism, misogyny, and classism. We've touched on the role of the British tabloids and how they've built an industry out of negativity. We've also seen how Meghan and Harry chose to step away, living their best lives and making a tangible impact. The narrative surrounding Meghan Markle is a complex web of prejudice and double standards, but we encourage you to sift through the noise and form your own opinion. What do you think? Is the criticism fair, or is Meghan just a convenient scapegoat for people who can't handle change? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Remember, your voice matters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for more discussions on hot topics.